see yourself become the villain? Will you be wanting to make much middle of the day, Alfred? The Lamborghini then.
Alright.
Okay.
This is our review of The Dark Knight. This is intended for if you've already seen it, which everyone has, of course.
Alright, let me just start by saying The Dark Knight. I would have pissed on the script. Alright, we're gonna go through the movie scene by scene. We wrote it down on a notepad and we're gonna talk about it. And let's start with number one.
We'll break down why we think it's terrible. But it opens up with
a pretty tight WB and Warner Brothers with
Warner Brothers. That's classic. And DC
in a dark blue black.
That's pretty tight.
So that's
the opening
pretty
scene's
sweet.
Iconic. They did the opening scene pretty good with the Joker.
The bank robbery scene, yeah, they did. They had, I actually had old, the Joker's men actually had, they're actually older guys, But then later in the movie, it turns to these teenage, kids. I don't know what the hell that's about.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So then, after the bank robbery scene, we have.
Well, still in the bank robbery scene though, if you got it on HD or the Blu-ray version, you also see the purple string. Not many people know that. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty good.
When he puts the grenade in his mouth and he gets inside the
Alright,
bus.
then it goes to a dark look, and then they talk to the mayor.
Alright, yeah, it cuts to the mayor,
and then it shows two kids
selling. Are you cleaning up the city?
And then it shows two kids selling a dime bag. And
selling
he's just
a dime bag, and he's like,
not
"Oh
tonight,"
man,
because the bat signal's out.
He already has his $10, and he's handing the dime bag, and he's like, "Oh man, not tonight." And he takes,
even though they're right there,
and he takes it back, and he's like, "What?" And he's like, "Dude,
why wouldn't he just?
You got more chance of a Powerball." Like, give me a break.
Whatever. And then,
Batman's gonna bust.
Then it goes
you for
right
a dime
into
bag.
the Scarecrow cameo.
Oh my goodness, this is one of the stupidest
No, the
parts
first
of the movie.
minute's pretty tight. The
Oh, yeah.
lines are pretty tight when
Yeah,
they're
the
selling
meetings,
it.
the meetings
And
with
the
drug
drugs are
deal.
laced.
The meeting with the drug deal when they're first showing up and the Scarecrow's like, buyer beware. And then but how it cuts to like these wax, fake Batmans. Like what the hell?
I know, when you first watch it, you're like, is this the fucking Dark Knight? When you see it.
When you see it, you think it's the real Batman, but he looks real whack.
And his nose is fucking retarded. And they're
And
wearing
you're like,
hockey pads and shit.
Alright. But then it's so retarded. So
How they just leave him there.
No, Batman jumps down, crash.
So then Batman shows
out,
up in the Batman Begins outfit.
and freaking ties up Scarecrow and leaves him on the freaking curve and doesn't even take him to Arkham. Like, can anybody explain that to me? I mean, like, come on, freaking email me. Like, this is some bull.
I know, he leaves him on the side of the curb with the fat guys with the hockey pads.
That's one of the main reasons why Dark Knight sucks. That's one of the main ones up there.
They didn't give him his due, and they're probably not even gonna bring him back. For the third one.
It's the Scarecrow. You're gonna leave him on the curb with three other retarded white guys dressed as fake Batmans.
Alright, moving on. Then we get introduced to Sanchez, one of the worst Batman movie characters ever.
And besides, all the characters in this movie,
she's like a Latino freaking Gotham.
Yeah, but all of them don't even look like a Gotham. They're all like Hollywood actors. They don't even look dark or anything. They don't look like the Gotham part. Next one. Alright, next on the list we got.
Then it jumps to the court scene and we meet Harvey Dent. Where we start how gay this scene is and how unrealistic.
Let's start with the new Rachel
First off,
Dawes.
this Batman's supposed to be realistic, and then he's got a freaking gun in the courtroom.
Oh yeah, he's got a gun in the courtroom.
Even though he was a signed witness.
That's the number 2 reason why this movie freaking sucks. I'm sure they get a gun in the courtroom, and then he's like, "Oh man, you should have been American made. Give me a break." Then it starts with the crappy lines right there. Well, there's already a couple. Go.
Mark Bills.
The Mark Bills is pretty tight
guy.
with when it cuts to Batman right there talking to Gordon, but then we see Sanchez again. Like, can we get a minute? That part's retarded. But the Mark Bills is pretty tight. They could have worked that into a story, good.
Then it was the daytime meeting with the bosses.
Yeah, the meeting with the boss is good. I mean, I'm gonna say straight up, the way the Joker looks, man. I mean, it's just so it's like a punk rock. It's like so retarded. It's not even like an
It's
actual...
alright. It's pretty tight though.
All right. Yeah. What's next?
Joker killed this. Let's see here. We do not allow self. Then he goes.
Oh yeah, it cuts to the Chinese meeting, and that's pretty tight. How Bruce is like sleeping, I mean, that's
pretty tight.
That's what be inside a Batman movie. Like he's sleeping, he's tired from fighting crime. But then it's freaking what's his name?
So the corrupt businessman's handling the mob's money, and then that goes down, and he's in the news. So Lucius flies to Hong Kong, and they're like, "Oh, we do not allow cell
and he's
phones
like,
in here."
"We do not allow cell phones in here."
That line was so gay.
That line's classic. It was so gay. It was funny. All
right. So then fucking Batman brings them back. No, they have the action scene where Batman goes to Hong Kong and he brings them back. And another thing about fucking all the action scenes, they're like, Christopher Nolan shoots all his fucking action scenes like way too close in. You can't even see it, and it's like shaky cam, and you're like,
it's all the way close up in dome shots. You can't even see it.
No, Batman Begins was terrible with that.
Oh,
even
yeah,
though
the shaky camera while doing the action.
But
fighting
the Dark
scenes
Knight got a
would be
little
all
bit
up on
better.
it.
At least it was a little bit zoomed back, but it was still kind of terrible.
For all you people know what a dome shot is, it's like the camera right up on their freaking face.
But we love Batman Begins story was pretty tight though. We'll do a review of that sometime. Anyway, so he brings back Loud to fucking Gotham, and then Rachel Dawes is just like, just give us the money, and it's just a bunch of gay lines, and then they're like, then Two-Face, Harvey's like, a Rico Suave case.
Oh yeah, Rico Suave. Suave. We can get him with it. We can charge him with it all.
And then so he rats on him. So he rats on the gang. And then in the middle of the day...
Wow, the Chinese guy rats. What it figures.
And then in the middle of the day, the Gotham PD round up all these mobsters who are at the local diner eating pancakes and shit.
It cuts to the freaking Gotham diner. and all of them are just all the mob bosses.
So they bring them into court, and then...
Maroni and all of them are just chilling.
And then they charge him with like 500
flapjacks.
counts of racketeering and like...
And then they're like, how do you plead? And it's all of them at once.
Laundering.
It's like the stupidest scene.
And then it's like a courtroom full of extras, and it's just terrible.
This is why I would have pissed on the freaking script. Go. Alright, next scene.
This is just like the first like half an hour too. Like what the? It's like a 2 hour and 30-minute movie. So then Bruce and Alfred see the Joker going crazy on TV.
Cuts to
so the Joker starts
at home in the tree.
So they realize he's starting to be a threat.
The news comes on. Joker. That's pretty good. They could have worked that into a good Joker film. With him coming on the news doing something crazy, because he's always doing something in Gotham.
Then we have the fundraiser later that night where the Joker comes after Harvey Dent.
Oh, great.
And I love how the Joker has no, like, main henchmen.
I know, it's just like these teenager, like,
it's
punk,
just like
it's like this one extra with like
time.
a pantyhose over his head.
It's like whack-ass Two-Face character.
It's like freaking...
Two-Face bad guys from the fucking Batman Forever
No, I'll tell you what it is. It's like freaking, it's like freaking Kiss rejects.
They should have hired a real actor to be
the band
henchman.
Kiss. It's like Kiss rejects.
They should have got rid of a bunch of stupid minor characters and made more.
And then she freaking kisses freaking Bruce.
Airtime for the Joker, of course.
She kisses Bruce with freaking dent breath.
We're gonna get to that. Shut the.
Go on. Where are we at?
Alright, that was part 1.
Yeah, go to part 2.